So I bought this composter about, I don't know, 2 weeks ago, and I set it up to run last week, and so this is just my pail that I get my sawdust from my shop, and I add a little bit of peat moss to that, and then I started running it last week, and I just put like all of our scraps, some sawdust, coffee grounds, eggshells, pretty much any organic waste you can think of. Then I throw in some sawdust and some a little bit of peat in there, and like any of the scraps that we have, let's say give my granddaughter an apple and she didn't eat the whole thing, well, I cut it up, I put it in here, and I let it go like this for a week. It has a heater inside there. It starts heating up this product, and with this lid down, you can't even smell it. I put broccoli in it last week and cabbage in it, and it says if you don't want strong odors or whatever, you shouldn't put that stuff in there, but we didn't really notice like any strong odors. We have this sitting by our sliding glass door next to our garbage can, so instead of throwing our scraps away, we just toss it right in here. Onions, banana peels, all that crap, coffee grounds, all of that. So it just mixes like this, and then it stops mixing for about an hour after it's mixed it completely thoroughly, and then you shut that down, and in about it wasn't even quite a week, it was 6 days. This is the stuff that I just threw in it, so these pellets are fine, they'll break down, but this is what you get in a week. That's what you get. Perfectly good organic fertilizer in 1 week. Now, instead of throwing your stuff away into the garbage or whatever, I mean, you get little bits that are a little big. This is a banana stem, but for the most part, you get, it comes with these sawdust pellets, but I save all my sawdust from my shop, so from, you know, if I build something or whatever, or cutting wood or something, I save all the sawdust, and I have a little vacuum system that I built downstairs. But I mean, pure organic fertilizer, compost, that is amazing. In 1 week you get that. That is awesome. So my review on this Biocompet pet compost waster, it says you can throw dog feces and whatnot in there, but if you're gonna do that, if you're gonna throw your pet funk in there, I suggest you keep this thing outside, because that probably would stink. But it is, I mean, it was pretty expensive to buy it, but you're talking the money it's gonna save you if it busts out a batch of compost in a week, and that's about 4 gallons of compost, or 2 gallons, excuse me. That's a 2-gallon holder, so bust out 2 gallons of compost. And it says the first week it takes longer. I'm just gonna rinse my hands off here. And we just bought this little thing, so like if we're shredding or peeling carrots or potatoes or whatever, we just throw it in there, and then after we're done, you can just continue to toss it into the top of that thing throughout the week, and it'll slowly break shit down. And it says that you should always have some compost in the bottom. And so if you have compost in the bottom, that it makes it more efficient. So it will it makes it more efficient, so you can continually put stuff in there throughout the week and take some of the compost out and whatnot. And so I mean, I've got that huge garden back there that we're not thinking we're going to expand on it this year. So the ability to do this throughout the winter and throughout the summer, and even like instead of having like, well, we have an outside compost, but it takes so long to get that thing started and going, where we can do this throughout the winter and throughout the summer, and we could put that compost in bins and store it, and then spread it throughout our garden throughout the year, and especially throughout the summer. If you continually to spread that stuff throughout your garden, you're doing great at that point. I mean, you're cutting costs and you're not creating waste. So, oh, and that's my dog Larry. Hello, Larry. Say hello, Larry. Say hello. He's a good boy. So, yeah. That's the Biocompet composter. It runs around $300, and in my opinion, it's already doing me great, and it's gonna save me money, because every year I have to buy like $400 or $500 in compost to redo my garden. And with this, I probably won't have to buy compost ever again. So yeah, cool beans. That's my review. I'm saying it's a great investment, especially for the home gardener.